He had no quirk, no chance, and everyone told him to give up, but he didn't. And now, he carries the power of legends, not because he was chosen, but because he earned it. At age 4, Midoriya Izuku learned the hard truth. Not everyone is born equal. This is the story of how someone with nothing, no quirk, no power, no backup, still decided to chase his dream of being the number one hero. This is part 1 of Deku's journey, from being the bullied, quirkless underdog to someone chosen by the symbol of peace himself. A kid who once cried watching hero footage, now creating footage of his own. Deku's story begins with rejection, laughed at for taking notes, mocked for dreaming, bullied, especially by Bakugo, who grew up believing strength defines worth. His world shifts when he's attacked by the sludge villain and rescued by All Might, his idol. In a moment of rare courage, Deku asks the question he's probably rehearsed 1,000 times. Can someone without a quirk still become a hero? All Might says no. Dream crushed. But when Bakugo is taken hostage, Deku runs in without thinking, screaming, "You look like you needed saving." That moment, that instinct, moves All Might, because that's what a true hero does. That's when he tells Deku the words he needed to hear his whole life. You can become a hero. That panel gave me chills, and I know it did for many others too. Deku is analytical, earnest, self-sacrificing, and painfully insecure at times, but he never lets that stop him. Even when he's told the odds are impossible, he finds a way to work harder, train longer, and care more than anyone else. He's constantly breaking his body just to help others. His quirk might be new, but his heart has always been heroic. Deku's goals has always been clear. To become the greatest hero, but not for fame, not for recognition. He wants to be the kind of hero who saves others even when no one else will. That's why All Might chooses him. It's not about power, it's about mindset. He trains for months to inherit One for All, clearing a beach and pushing past his physical limits. At the entrance exam, he earns 0 points until he saves Ochako and unlocks One for All for the first time. That moment cements it. Self-sacrifice with no guaranteed reward, that's what makes a hero. All Might, Deku's mentor, father figure, and legacy giver, All Might sees the hero inside him long before Deku does. Bakugo, childhood friend turned rival, Bakugo bullies Deku, but eventually recognizes his growth and fears it. Ochako, Ida, Todoroki, each of them is touched by Deku's example, and in turn pushes him further. His empathy is his power. He's not just a solo hero. He makes others stronger by believing in them. Anime Friendship Power Up Level 1, or Level 1000. Nah, I'm just kidding. One for All, passed down from All Might. It gives Deku immense strength, but he starts unable to control it. He uses analysis and strategy to make up for his lack of experience, studying every hero and villain he encounters. Over time, he learns how to control small portions of his power, full cowl, moving it through his body more naturally. Gran Torino trains him to stop idolizing and start acting, to make One for All his own. His fight against Shinso during the sports festival is a key turning point. With help from the spirits of One for All's past users, he breaks Shinso's control. Then comes his fight with Todoroki, and it's iconic. Deku pushes Todoroki not just physically, but emotionally, urging him to accept his fire side and fight as himself. Even if it costs Deku the win, he saves Todoroki by forcing him to accept who he is. That's who Deku is. He wants to beat you at your best, or not at all. Then we reach Hosu City. Deku risks his life to save Ida from Stain, the hero killer. He says, giving help that's not asked for. That's what makes a true hero. Gaining the respect of the hero killer Stain. He fights side by side with Todoroki and Ida to stop Stain, a villain born from the corruption of the very system Deku wants to change. And finally, the Muscular fight. Yeah, I say Muscular because it just sounds more menacing. Where Deku becomes a hero in the eyes of a child who once hated him, and heroes alike. I will not let you hurt him. I will win this, right here, right now. That inner monologue before he steps up against Muscular is crazy. And in the anime, the voice actor goes Super Saiyan. I can't tell you how many times I've watched that fight. Amazing. This moment, Deku stands alone. No support, no rescue, just broken arms, raw emotion, and unbreakable will. He becomes Coach's hero, a boy who once believed all heroes were fakes. Deku represents hope through effort. He isn't gifted, he wasn't born special, but he works and sacrifices to earn his dream. He's a hero not because of One for All, but because of the heart that earned it. His story is about agency, about fighting for your future even when the world says no. Deku inspires us because we've all felt like the quirkless kid who dreams too big, and he tells us that dream is still worth chasing. He becomes the kind of person who changes other people's stories, from Todoroki's fire to Ida's grief to Koda's hatred. Midoriya Izuku's rise from Powerless to Protector is one of the most emotional journeys in anime. Comment down below what you think is the most emotional journey in anime. He isn't just the next All Might. He's the first Deku. And he's not done yet. If you like this video, make sure to check the top left card and check out one of my previous videos.